welcome back to Wild Beyond the Witchlight. When we last left our party, they had just defeated Agden Longscarf and secured a night's stay at Big Stump, the headquarters of the Harengon Brigands in Prismere. Now, you have all gotten a full rest since our last session, and when you wake up in the morning, out of the little tents that sit around Big Stump, you are greeted by a person whose name eludes me. This is like the only time she's going to speak, so I didn't really...
In the meantime, they have some good grub here. Mm-hmm. All you can eat. It's like some kind of bread with cheese.
I think there might be a little chicken in that.
I'm a vegetarian.
You're greeted by Jebik, who's made herself the new leader of the Harengon Brigands, and she says, "Hey there, everybody. Morning."
Morning. Morning.
Morning.
You are all on your way to Downfall, correct?
I will look at the party like, huh? What's Downfall?
I'm always falling down. But I get back up.
That's correct.
Right. Well, I can give you passage if you'd like. Take you out on one of my boats.
What's it cost?
Not going to cost anything.
Yeah.
My pappy always said there was no such thing as a free boat.
Yeah, yesterday she was a brigand, and today she's going to be our hero?
I've got some business with the Bullywogs down in Downfall.
Bullywog.
Bullywogs, you say?
Yeah. Do you know them?
No.
Sorry, didn't mean to assume you all know each other.
Yeah, that's rude.
The general theme of racism.
Well, I've got enough room for all of you in my boat, if you'd like to come.
Well, I'll be the first one to get in there.
Sounds good to me. We can meet. Oh, crap. What was your character's name again?
Sputtle.
Sputtle. We can meet Sputtle's family.
Right then.
Immediately. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
Just let me know when you're ready to push off.
Family.
Y'all think we could trust her?
Why not?
Because the other day she was whipping our tails.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, you didn't get branded like the rest of us. We got tramp stamps.
What's it? I know what a tramp is, but I ain't never heard no tramp stamp. What's that?
I think it goes away after a while, right? The branding.
I believe it does. Hold on, let me check.
It wasn't forever.
Yeah, it goes away after a while.
Yeah, but it still stings. It's very tender.
I got some ointment for that.
It's still there, because it goes away after 24 hours.
Great.
So, are we all loading into Jebik's boat? Or are we going to try to set out on our own?
Do you guys, I mean...
Scratch was the first one to jump in, right?
Are you already in there?
No, I'm already in the boat.
Okay.
I'm gonna play my banjo.
Lovely bit of music.
Pizza.
It's clown makeup.
Pizza on me.
It's clown makeup.
Clown makeup. I don't have to wear makeup. This is my face. I was born this way.
Sputtle's gonna have to jump into the boat and kind of make it.
All right.
I'll just float on in.
Yeah, I mean, you can fly alongside.
I'll just fly right alongside. I don't care.
Right.
So,
I keep my eye on Jebik.
once you're all in, Jebik is going to say, all hands and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Here we go. And she pushes off. And you guys set along your way, going down a river in this very swampy area. And eventually, if you guys don't want to have any conversations along the way.
I would like to.
Go ahead.
So I kind of make my way over to Jebik and I go, I'm glad you're seeing things a new way. That's good. You're on the path to atonement. I was wondering if Have you? I have a brother. He looks similar to me. His name's Kit Cadbury. I'm sorry, Cat Cadbury.
Cat Cadbury.
Yeah, maybe you've seen him. I know he came out here possibly.
There's nobody in our troop under that name. How old is he?
Good question. Probably about 18.
And you have reason to believe he's here?
It's a hunch, maybe.
Well, no, I haven't really seen anybody by that name.
You guys employ a lot of Paragon?
We do, but there's no Cadburys in our party.
Maybe he changed his last name to like Cad Crusher or something like that.
Well,
cool.
Did you recognize him? Did you see him among our brigands?
No.
Well then, I can't really help you. I haven't seen anybody fitting that description.
All right. Well, maybe you will in your travels. Just tell him Kit his little brother Kit's looking for him.
I'll keep an eye out for Cat.
Did you ever hear the one about the rabbit that wouldn't leave her house? It's because she was having a bad hair day.
I don't like that one. Alright, so after a time of going through this channel, you end up gazing upon a village in the distance. Thick fog hangs heavy in the air, obscuring the area around you so that the world appears to have shrunk to only 20 feet in all directions. Before you, the waterway widens and the current slows, giving the impression that you have entered a lake. Croaking voices penetrate the fog, through which dark shapes appear, resolving into 2 rowboats. Manning the oars of each rowboat are 2 Bullywogs.
So, are you all related, I hope? Because here some of those kinfolk of yours come.
Maybe we should allow you to take the lead.
Bullywogs
I'm just saying.
will spot your boat and they'll wave.
Just give a wave back. Try and see if I can reach over the side to look for mud again.
So you are actually in a pond. You're able to scrape up plenty of muck, like off of the top level, like algae and stuff like that, if you'd like.
Yeah.
There's plenty of lily pads, you've noticed.
I'm going to use those to disguise my skin color.
Sure. Can you roll a intelligence check for me? I think Disguise Kit uses intelligence.
Okay.
First roll of the night, yeah!
Okay. Let's see, I have a -1, so 14.
It'll actually be flat because it just uses proficiency bonus if you have it, so it's flat.
Okay, then 15.
Okay, so you're able to very well cover up the majority of your body. It doesn't look like you are red. It doesn't look like you're green or brown either. It looks like you are covered in mud.
Yes, it's subscribe.
So you're kind of just a big mound of mud sitting in the boat with like 2 little eyes sticking out. And yeah, I mean, the Bullywogs aren't really approaching you guys. They're kind of just chilling out in their boats. One of them's got a fishing pole.
What are you doing, Sputtle?
Well, I take it you guys aren't super familiar with Bullywogs. You've heard of them, I'm sure.
What's a bullywog?
Me.
What? Definitely.
Oh!
Frog folk, the big people call us. Well, obviously you haven't seen too many, but I don't look like any other Bullywogs. Obviously red, which is, I've been told by someone, some kind of mutation, and I was kicked out of my tribe, so I don't really have the best.
Well, that's horrible.
For being red?
Yes, the Bullywogs are very prideful. and the chieftain saw my red skin as a threat and decided that rather than me growing up and taking his throne, it was easier to just have me. I was supposed to die, but my parents just left me in the swamp.
That's awful. I love the Redskins myself. That's rude. What, leave you because of your color? That doesn't even. You're still a bullywog.
I am. But I typically find it's easier to just try and make myself look like I'm odd for being covered in mud than letting them see my actual skin and cause problems. The eyes I seem to get away with.
So his eyes are a crimson red like his skin.
Oh, wow, okay, great.
The animated face paint, does that change the, like, all of it or just the face?
So the face paint that you got from the carnival, that is a disguise self, I believe, right? Like you can use it to
I
cast
don't
disguise
remember.
self.
It was just animated face paint and had 5 uses.
I think it was like disguise self.
Let me see.
I have a costume you can put on if you don't want to be dressed as a frog.
Oh, I like being a frog, and I like the mud. It's good for my skin, especially with that burn. It'll help speed up the healing process. You want some moss and mud for yours?
No. I thought maybe if it made you feel better, I'd turn myself into a red bullywog also, and then they can't be rude to you.
Oh, they can, and they will be.
Oh.
I'm okay with myself, but it's more being practical.
Yeah. I think after that fight, we
I'm not sure. I'm going to say that's what it does.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Here it is.
it's a little too full of myself. Bullywogs pride, you know.
That's what it does.
No, okay.
A single use.
So I could, like, actually make him look green.
A different color. Yeah.
I have paint I can paint you with.
That's how it starts.
My skin like secretes a mucus and it kind of helps bond it to me.
Can I take a quick... Where did I put it? A quick aside and ask, which languages do you guys speak? Common, obviously.
Common, Elvish and Sylvan.
Gotcha.
Just gonna go around the thing.
Common and Sylvan.
Are insectoids a type of monster? 'Cause I just picked it when I first made it.
Insectoids?
Insect? Are there
You speak
insectoids?
insect?
Insectoids, like insect-like monsters. I picked
Not
it
really
on the
that I can
fly.
think of.
'Cause
Do you speak Bullywug?
yes.
Okay.
And I can talk to plants,
Okay.
but that's a lie.
He can
But I believe it.
talk to plants.
So we've
They
got
talk
Elvish,
back.
Sylvan, Bullywug. Are there any other languages?
Oh,
you've
I've
not
got
covered?
Halfling, Sylvan, and Thieves' Cant. Sylvan?
I knew a plant back in college. He had a silly voice.
Oh,
Kept asking me if I was a hot dog, if I'd eat myself.
would you?
Of course, hot dogs are delicious.
They are good.
Okay. So, the Bullywugs, after you guys sitting, do you want to approach them, or do you just kind of want to keep your distance?
Might as well, right? You're covered in mud. You're comfortable, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jevik's going to say, I was going to dock over there. I mean, what are you guys doing around here? Where do you want to go to Downfall for?
We're trying to find out some magical things.
Yeah, we got to get rid of those witches that were employing you. Is that what you worry about?
Oh, I'm not worried about that anymore. I'll deal with Lorna.
Straight up forgot.
So,
What do
These
we
fellas lost
What do we
something. We're trying to
remember?
find it.
That's where you go. What do we remember?
I know we're after the witches.
Nothing.
2 people have motivation to see a witch named Bavlorna Blightstraw.
That's me.
Mm-hmm. And Cadbury.
Oh, me, okay.
Bavlorna has something of Scratch and Cadbury's.
She has my action figure.
Possibly.
Which one has mine?
Yours belongs to...
I need to get rid of all 3.
Because you guys did figure out...
Overachiever.
Yeah, you guys did figure out who has your stuff. Yours is in the possession of somebody named Granny Nightshade. Oh, no, hold on.
So She's
No,
not
no,
on
no,
the
that's
list.
wrong. I'm sorry. Endlin.
Endlin.
Endlin Moongrave. Alright, so Jevik has asked you a question. What are you guys looking for in Downfall?
We're trying to get a lead on some bad witches.
Oh, you're talking about Slackjaw Lorna. Her house is that
Perhaps.
big one in the center there. And she points towards the center of a pond where a large, ramshackle house looms above everything.
Does she employ bullywogs like she did the Haragon?
Everybody fears Lorna.
Why?
She's really scary.
Oh. That doesn't seem nice.
And that's the witch we're looking for.
Slackjaw Lorna.
Slackjaw Lorna, that's what they call her.
That's the witch we're looking for.
We're looking for Bavlorna.
Yeah, Bavlorna.
Seems to ride.
Locals call her Slackjaw Lorna. Forget that you guys aren't from here.
Oh. Well then, I guess we better go see this old slackjaw. I say that all scary witches are just witches that hadn't learned to laugh yet. And I can make a witch laugh.
She might be a little bit of a challenge to make laugh, but I definitely will
Oh,
wish
I
you
got all
luck.
kinds of things in this here bag to make her laugh. You don't believe me? You don't want to see? Well, I got this here little rubber dog. When I squeeze him, I got, let's see what else I got here. I don't know what this thing does. Whoa. I got this magic wand. Woo! That'll do something. I can make this witch laugh.
Well, attracted by all that noise, two of the bullywogs in one of the boats is going to paddle their way over to you, and in croaking Sylvan, they're going to say, "Welcome to Downfall, travelers."
Happy day, Kalukale.
What brings you here? You here to see the king?
Who's the king?
King Gullip the 19th.
I thought what's-her-face was Slackjaw was in charge.
Oh, you should see the king about that.
Why?
Well, he knows more about her than we do.
Well, then maybe we should go and see this king.
Or maybe you're here to watch the trial.
The trial? Trial for what?
Oh, a couple of ne'er-do-wells got into trouble.
What'd they do?
Well, one of them violated the rule of reciprocity. And the other...
I'll lean over you.
Let me see.
Reciprocity.
What's the rule of reproduction?
Well, I don't know how you do it, but our people lay eggs.
They violated the rule of laying eggs?
And
How'd they do that?
over the next 5 minutes, the party learned a nightmarish fact about bullywogs.
Wow.
How do you do it?
That's very personal. I'm saying.
Like everybody
saying
else, a
myself.
stork comes to the house with a sack full of babies. That's how.
I would hope not. They eat us.
Storks eat you too, Mudman?
Yeah. They love some good mud.
I don't like those giant storks. They really rub me the wrong way.
No, please continue.
This is a riveting good time.
Oh, before we are
I will ask,
away
what's
from
that rule
Jevik,
again?
I'm going to give her a silver piece.
That's very nice of you. You know the rule of reciprocity, huh?
I was actually curious. I was like, what is that rule? But it was easier just to do it with flair.
Are we about to watch bullywogs make babies?
Oh, God.
So, King Gullip, what, the 15th? What's
The 19th.
19th, apologies. I'm not
King
so
Gullip
good
the
with
15th
numbers.
died a long time ago. Like months ago.
Well, that is a long time. What's your king like?
King Gullip the 19th is great. He's definitely better than his predecessor.
Like, lean in. Does he beat you?
No, he's a very good king. I love him. He's so good.
Insight.
Right.
All hail King Gulip the 19th.
Blink if you're in danger.
They hold their eyes open for a startlingly long time.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Yeah, so let's about that insight check.
Sure.
Well, that's a 8.
Let's see, 16.
So you can tell from the way that they're talking and the way that they're kind of looking at each other that they are sort of keeping each other in check. Like they don't want to say they don't like the king in front of the other one.
Ah, okay. I just have to check. I'm glad he's a nice guy.
He's great.
I believe every word of it.
Well, if you want to see him, hold on, let me get you some directions. There's a little dock nearby over there. Dock there, make your way across the stepping stones, go through the balloon factory, across the bridge of heads, and then get to the gazebo. He should be there, and if he's not there, he's probably already getting ready for the trial.
You get all that, Flair?
Dock there, and then what?
The Bridge of Heads?
Mm-hmm.
That sounds delightful.
Yeah, I think we can find our way there.
Let's see here. Is there anything else at the dock? Note, like a little fish market? A little store?
So you haven't docked yet. Did you want to just go ahead and dock over there?
Let's see, I think we've...
Is there anything else we should know about when we get there? Any cultural differences that we might not be aware of?
Well, it would be nice if you had somebody announce your presence. The king does like that.
Yes, that would be polite.
You got the because he's royalty. Remember?
That's right. You're the king of the Witchlight Carnival.
Your Highness!
Is going to bow to you. And they get down on one knee and they're like,
I'm sorry, I didn't know it was you.
Oh, that's quite all right. It's a big honor I'm growing into.
Newly appointed?
Yes, I am.
Our king is newly appointed, too.
Why is he newly appointed?
He'll tell you about that if he wants to.
What happened to the old king?
He was, boiled in oil?
No!
Yeah.
Who would do such a thing?
Just go to the king. He'll tell you if he wants.
Okay. Here, have a orange crawler for you both.
How did you know?
they're going to flick out their tongue and snatch it out of your hand.
Not a carrot.
It's a carrot.
Not a carrot.
It's a carrot as I know.
Alright, so did you guys want to go ahead and dock over at that,
Yes.
Okay. So, Jebic steers the boat over to the dock, and looming above a ramshackle wooden pier is a balloon anchored by 4 thick ropes tied around wooden posts and driven deep into the mire. The balloon's bladder expands and sags at irregular intervals as swamp gas fills it briefly before leaking out through various tears in its patchwork fabric. A bullywug stands near the top of a ladder and is using a long silver needle and a spool of catgut to sew up one of the openings. A second bullywug stands at the foot of the ladder to steady it. Huddled nearby are 3 giant frogs, whose long tongues snap up passing insects. And as you get off at this dock, Jebic is going to say, I'm going to hang out here for a while, if you guys want to go anywhere else.
What do you all think? See, this king Jebic said we could get some answers, and so did the...
That's what I would like to do.
What about the trial?
Well, I don't know about all that, but maybe this king could tell us a little bit more about this slack-jaw witch.
It would be considered rude to not go see the king.
When in Bullywog.
Downfall, I think it's called, isn't it?
It's best to be mind your manners.
Alright, so, that is
Farewell
as...
to you, thank you for the ride.
See you around. So up ahead, you can see a sort of pass through, and like what looks like a stepstone crossing. There's there's wooden slats like leading through the ground, so there's a very clear path to follow from here. So.
What are the giant frogs doing? They just
The giant frogs?
Yes.
They are just kind of lazily laying there and snapping up any insects that come close to them.
They look like sentries, or
It's possible. I mean, they're with the Bullywogs.
Do you domesticate them? And
If you'd
ride
like, you
them?
can roll maybe a perception or nature check on that.
yeah.
Didn't have those where you came from, huh?
4.
Domesticated. That's what you can figure out from them.
I'm gonna be looking at the blue and just comment. It looks like it's breathing.
Pull out.
I wouldn't
Petunia
fly too
out of
close
the
to that
muck.
thing. They'd probably suck
Petunia,
you
that's
right
gonna
down.
be you when
Oh,
you handle
that wouldn't be good.
I missed what he said.
I did too.
I'm gonna go ahead and put Petunia on top of my head.
And so you think that the mud is going to like stick on your body for this whole time and keep you definitely concealed? Okay.
Offer paint. I was like, I have paint. I
Should
can
we
face
notice
paint
that the
you.
paint's flaking off? I mean, the mud's flaking off of him.
So immediately when he sits up, like it starts to kind of slough off a little bit. It's unclear how long he's going to be able to walk around just caked in mud before Red starts peeking through.
My mucus will sustain me. Okay, so I'm gonna have. That's gonna be.
It's like it's a difficult color to
You
hide.
got a little red on you.
Maybe if you were blue.
that must have been from some berries.
rub some mud over.
Spread the mud around.
Let's see here. So why don't you take the while I sort myself out?
Me?
Yes,
I don't know anything about the bullywog culture.
I was abandoned. You think I do?
But I mean, they
I'll take the lead, I say as I start flying ahead.
I mean, it could be
Going
worse.
to get lost as hell.
It just got worse.
Let's get lost.
Red flare.
Frog, blue frog, yellow frog, 3. Red frog, blue frog, green frog for me.
As he's singing that, I'm just going to go like this.
So you're going to go ahead and like move on?
Yeah, I'm going to
Okay.
be like leading the way.
So
I have no idea where I'm going.
You get up to a stepstone crossing, and you see a row of boulders that are spaced 2 feet apart breach the surface of the lake to form a walking path across a 40-foot wide waterway.
It's kind of beautiful here in a mucky kind of way.
Yeah, it is rather beautiful.
Is there any? Are we reaching the palace?
Yeah, so if you want to
Is there a-
proceed, then these boulders are 2 feet apart. Do you want to just jump on the boulders and like get across this waterway?
Yeah. Does it look like there's a herald anywhere?
What do
You've
you
not
see,
seen any
Flair?
herald. The only bullywugs you've seen so far are the ones that are in the pond and the ones that were fixing the balloon.
I will fly ahead.
You got good.
So you
sight
fly
from
ahead, no
above?
problem. You just go right over the boulders. You don't have to worry.
I have a 10-foot pole. I'm just gonna like and like walk over it and try not to fall.
Sure, if you want to do it like that, go ahead and roll a acrobatics.
Okay.
I mean,
It is 40 foot wide.
So that will
Watch
be
your footing.
21.
There might be some dust.
Okay, so you jam it in, go all the way across. How big is this
It's
pole?
10-foot pole.
10 feet, and then you somehow miraculously pull it up and jam it down. And you just whip your way across this 40-foot waterway. Amazing. Didn't even touch a stone across the way.
He said, "What's a stone?"
And I land on the other side and go,
What? I'm a clown!
It's rather impressive.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's
Jeez.
see. Just gonna frog hop across.
Rabbit hop, frog hop.
Okay, so
See
who
who can
wants
get
to
there
go
first.
first?
Is there only the one path?
Yep, one path of stones.
All right, catch me if I fall. What are we doing? Check. I'm sorry.
No check. You're just jumping across the stones.
well, I
so
rolled
you
good.
jump on the
Can
first
I
one.
have
An 18. We look amazing right now.
Yeah.
Jumping in unison.
You going first. You jump on the stone, and then you jump to the next one. And when you do, a very large rock creature rises up out of the swamp, thereby taking offense to what you said, or to what you did. Sorry. He's going to say, "Excuse me, I'm trying to nap here."
I am much
Do
apologize.
you just go around jumping on everybody's head that you meet, little rabbit?
Well, I mean, not too many people got as big a head as you.
Big head?
It's bigger.
Now
than
you're
my head.
calling me a big head?
It's more of a compliment, I guess.
How big is he?
He's very large,
Or
bigger
fly
than
into his
any of
face.
you.
You're so big! Being a little fairy. You're so big!
Does it?
Pesky bee.
Yeah, no, you more, right?
I was like, what is
It's
that?
a marvelous dome you have. Please forgive him.
Why don't you roll a persuasion check for me?
I'm definitely new here. It's first time caller.
Well, you have to look out. Not every rock is just a rock.
7.
And he's going to say, I want to hear it from him.
Fair enough.
Oh, okay. I much apologies. Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
12.
I guess you'll pass for now.
I'm very, very sorry, sir. I will look at rocks differently from here forth. You have my promise.
All right, then. And he's going to raise his hands, and the boulder that you're on is going to, like, shamble to life, and you can jump to the next one if you'd like.
Okay, and I pull a feather or a little bit of fur from my tail. I can't give you my foot or anything, but here's a little bit of my cotton, and it's a rabbit's foot's good luck, I hear.
I'm only taking this because of the rules, he's going to say.
I'm only giving it because of the rules too. But I'm turning a new leaf.
He's going to turn and leave, leaving you on the other side of the river, and leaving you with a
40-foot jump.
an 8-foot gap to get to the other side.
You can do it.
And you're just gonna make a full leap.
Yeah, I
As
can jump.
as
I can do
it's
the 20-foot jump.
As the giant's walking
Yeah,
away,
I mean,
I'm going to yell,
it's not
"My
really a
new
problem
big
for
friend!"
Realistically, though, this jump is going to screw me over.
That's why the DM loves it.
Yeah.
As you're jumping through the air, a good deal of the muck is going to fly off of you. You can definitely tell that there's red in there, and you definitely look more like a bullywug and less like a mud monster.
Mud monster!
And now you're all on the other side of the river.
Yay!
And you stand in front of a large structure. This wooden structure stands on stilts above the lake. It is topped by a steep conical roof made of thatch. Smoke curls up from a hole at its apex. Its windows are blacked out, and the air carries the smell of burned wood. A clothesline is attached to one corner of the building's exterior, and is hung with a variety of frayed patchwork garments.
Are you wearing like patchwork stuff?
Well, I take offense to that. This is my clothes that I've always had.
I was going to say,
like
I was
a
going
clothesline
to
with.
do you live here?
And it goes
They have
out, so
all- you
it's
have
attached to the
all
corner of the
matchy-
building, and it goes
clothes.
out
I'm just
towards
fooling with you. Of course I'm wearing
towards the
patchwork.
middle of the pond that you came from.
This is one of those.
Yeah,
Okay. Not seen one of those since I
yeah,
was
it's
a
one of those cartoony ones that you could go like that and like pull the clothes back and forth.
And then go inside.
I guess we just go knock on the door.
Of this big building?
That's where we're going, isn't it?
Is there
thought
any
we-
kind of bell, rope to
Nope.
pull?
Was this
So,
the place
actually-
for the king?
This is the
This
king's
building is
house.
accessible by a ramp, so
Oh,
you
so
go
we
up a
have
ramp
constant
to get to it.
bridges.
And there's actually no door, so you don't have to worry about that. So entering this building, the room is a charred mess. Hazy smoke hangs over scattered piles of burned and broken shelves, intermixed with whatever those shelves contained. Wisps of smoke snake into the air from several spots, while smoldering wreckage threatens to ignite. A distressed bullywug in a leather smock scurries around the room with a bucket of water, whose contents spill out over the sides in his haste. As soon as you guys enter, he's going to yell out in Sylvan, "Grab a bucket! We have to make sure the fires are out!"
Oh dear.
Run for a bucket.
All right.
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand to help give us an extra hand. Grab a bucket.
Oh, I guess I can. Hold on. There's
Collapsing
one right
inside
here.
the game. Oh, I can disguise self.
Well then.
So you see a low, running to grab a bucket, you see a low workbench, the only piece of undamaged furniture in the room. It has 3 wooden buckets on them, and 2 of them are filled with water. So you want to run and grab one of the ones filled with water?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so there are these coals bouncing around this factory, is what it looks like, really. And they're lighting fires everywhere they land.
Coals that are alive.
Yeah,
What size are they?
I'm gonna pull out.
they're animated coals that are about yay big.
I'm going to pull out my banjo and start following around the coals, like doing a little dance, going, "Y'all are being naughty fire. I'm gonna put out your fires with my song," and play and like use prestidigitation to try and walk behind them, putting out little fires as they go along.
Okay, so as you're going behind them, the fires that they're lighting
Put out
are
the fire.
small enough initially that you're putting out
out
each
the
new
fire.
fire that they're placing
Yeah.
down.
Put out the fire.
So
Put
excellent
out the
work.
fire so we
Very
don't get
clever.
bitter.
So I had cast Mage Hand, and it's invisible Mage Hand. And if that's a small enough object, could it grasp one of the coals?
Yeah. Yes, it can.
I would have it just sneak up behind it and just grab it while it's hopping around. And maybe douse it in the bucket.
Sure, so you want to take it and throw it into the other water-filled bucket, the one that he has not picked up. Got it.
Yes.
Actually, I just did this wrong. That works. You successfully put out one of the coals.
I'm gonna try and catch one in the bucket.
So,
Just dump the
walk me through how that works.
Well, it's jumping around, right? Or is it
Mhm.
rolling around?
So it is bouncing a little bit, but it's not like it's going
Okay.
woo in
so
big
imagine-
arcs.
Okay, then I'm just gonna
This is
take the
one
bucket,
big-
line up, and just splash him.
All right, so make a attack roll for me. I don't know if I'm going to need these or not.
Regular
I don't
attack
feel like I
roll?
will. Mm-hmm.
19.
The situation is very dire. You have got to put out that fire.
That one goes out. There are
2 down.
2 down.
1 to go. Got flare.
I got an Eldritch Blast I can try. I've got literally nothing else. I'm like,
Typical warlock. Eldritch blast.
Nothing's fast.
That's like the Windex of
all I can say. I mean, you know.
Do you need a code?
Yes.
I'll go get your code. Thank you.
I could do Eldritch. Yeah, I'll do Eldritch Blast on one. See what happens.
Go ahead.
I got a 3.
That does not hit. So your Eldritch Blast just whizzes past these coals, and you are not successful. We are actually in combat right now.
Oh!
Oh man, I could have had a second attack.
Inside it, we're in combat.
It's an improvised action.
Ah.
Oh, where's my... I don't know. There it is. So, the coals, seeing how you approached them with the bucket of water, the one that you didn't get is going to jump at you.
Bollocks.
And it's going to be 22 to hit.
What kind of coal is this?
Some good call.
A coal that rolls really good.
Yeah,
Take 1 fire damage.
I don't like that.
You're now on fire.
I like that even less.
The bullywug that's in there trying to put out the fire is going to see this happen, and he's going to run up to you and go, "Oh, Froghemoth, oh no!" And he's going to start trying to pat out the flames that are on you.
Take Petunia!
Oh, hello! He's going to hold the little frog in his hands. So now it's back up to the top, which is you again.
Okay, I'm gonna stop, drop, and roll, I guess.
Actually,
'Cause I'm on fire.
the bullywug successfully put out the flames on
Okay.
you, so he helped you.
Okay.
Hold Petunia while I get the last one.
Okay.
As Daddy said, there's another bucket.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
This one has a coal in it that has been doused, but yes, you can use it.
All right. I'm gonna grab that bucket and just same thing, try and swoosh.
Make an attack roll for me.
Is it just straight attack rolls?
It is, yes, because it's an improvised weapon.
That's a 6.
Okay, so the water is past and does not hit the coal. And you do successfully put out some of the flames that it's leaving behind, though.
That's good.
So next up in the initiative, Scratch.
So we've got a bullywug on fire, and we've got
No.
Okay.
Flames have been put out.
Okay. So
One coal left.
One coal left.
You can do it.
I'm gonna try and. They said there's a bucket over there full of water I can grab and throw on this thing.
Bucket's all gone.
Buckets are
So
all
we used
gone.
all the bucket. There's a bucket, but it doesn't have water in it.
Okay. That's fine. I can take care of this. Hey, you ugly coal. Why don't you jump out the window into the pond? I mean, it's vicious mockery on this thing.
Excellent. Go ahead. That's an attack roll, right?
I have to look up vicious mockery real quick. 2 seconds. I've got it right here.
So I was like, I'm starting to pull up all my things.
You unleash a string of insults laced with subtle enchantments. The creature you can see with the ranged target hear you, though it need not understand you.
Mm-hmm.
It must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom save. 8.
No, you will fail.
And what do you deal?
It will take, it takes a whopping 1d4 of psychic damage.
How about the knave?
So,
2 psychic damage.
as you're saying these words at the coal, it sort of seems unfazed and continues bouncing around, almost like it doesn't think of your insults at all.
It doesn't hear you.
Hang on one
So,
second. I might have
Next
something
up on
else
the
I can do my
initiative
turn.
is Mr. Cadbury.
You're the hater.
I'm going to try
I
to...
still have something left I
Oh,
can
you got
do. in
something
my-
else? Okay.
Yes, I can. I believe. Yes, I can.
This is the chairs you get
You're
like,
next.
tied up in the back of a restaurant.
Okay.
Well, I didn't get rid of that coal, Mr. Rabbit. Why don't you try to make him into a bad habit and get him out of this door? I don't know. And I'm going to inspire you with a d6.
Is there like any? I'm looking for some kind of container that could contain it. Is there like
Worst songs.
Other than the buckets, pretty much everything in this room has been destroyed.
Worst rhymes.
Okay. Then I want to just use the mage hand to grasp it. Just hold it.
Hold it
Still.
in your hand.
Hold it in the mage hand.
Okay, that's what I mean. Do me a favor and just roll an attack roll on that.
7. Oh wait, with the 8.
It's a total of 8.
Yeah, it's a total of 8.
Okay, so the mage hand flies forward and grabs onto it, and it seems to struggle in the hand for a moment before bouncing out. So, next up in the initiative count, this is not great, by the way. Next up in the initiative count is Claire.
Too much time has passed. Why don't you hit it with your Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, I'll try again with Eldritch. 11, so plus 6. So 17.
Not quite. It's a really tricky thing, and it's bouncing around hard. So it's moving super fast. Next is going to be the frog that was in the room with you guys, and he's still holding Petunia, and he's going to go, "What should I do?"
Protect Petunia.
Protect Petunia.
Okay. And he's going to hold it up to his chest, and he's going to go, "You are safe here, don't worry." And back up to the top of the initiative.
Okay.
Or actually, I attack. Sorry. Seeing as how Flare has been shooting at it, it's going to jump up at him and roll a 17 to hit.
Oh god. That hurts. I don't want it.
You're going to take 3 fire damage, and you are on fire.
I'm a flaming little fireball.
Flaming fairy.
Now it's back up to the top of the initiative count.
You said 3
Flaming
damage?
Fairy.
Yes.
I'm gonna pull out my spear and try and
Zooming around
just
the
whack
room.
Okay, roll an attack roll.
him. Ooh, that's gonna be a crispy 23.
So you successfully attack it. Go ahead and roll a damage.
Let's see, what do I got? 1d6 plus 2. That is 5.
So you
It's a D8
take
if
your
you
spear
shoot.
out and
No,
you
regular
stick
spear.
it onto the end of the spear, and you have completely impaled it. You're holding this like little flaming ball on the end of your spear. What do you want to do now? You've killed it.
Okay.
It's dead.
So I'm
First
still,
kill.
Does anybody have any marshmallows?
still producing heat, or is it gone out?
Basically, how do you want to do this? Is what I'm saying.
How do you
I'm
want
just
to
gonna straight up like crane pose and then stat.
All right, and then the flame just peters out, and the coal breaks in half. And
I'm still on fire.
Flare.
the bullywug in the room is going to say, "Oh, thank you. I think I could have probably handled it on my own, though." And he's going to hand Petunia back to you. He's going to catch a glimpse at the pieces of your skin that are poking through, and he's going to go, "Oh, you really did get burned bad.
Yeah.
You're bright red. Are you okay?"
I could just really use some moss or some kind of bandages or anything to kind of. I'll be all right. I just need to kind of bind this so it doesn't get infected.
"Oh, that's a scary burn.
Yeah.
Are you here to see the king, or maybe the trial?"
A little of both.
"Oh, okay.
What happened? These coals,
They just got out of hand.
I've never seen coals that can do this.
They're animated coals. They're usually over by the cauldron. I don't know how they got here. They just flew in through the window. It's the weirdest thing."
It is strange.
Let's shut the window.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Is there any more fire that needs to be put out?
Yes, Flare is actually still on
Is that
fire.
another charcoal brisket?
You see me, it's just a little fire thing going right, flying around.
So
You look like a firefly, my guy.
successfully put out all the remaining fires in the room, and the bullywug is going to say, "My name's Duke Ekrind, by the way.
Duke, what?
Duke Ekrind. That's spelled ICKRIND.
Just in case.
Just in case you wanted to write it down in your journal.
Write that down, Scratch.
Yeah, sure, I will do that.
And Scratch pulls out a little piece of paper and like puts a hole right through it.
Well, if you're going to see the king, you should wear this." And he's going to pull out a brooch. It is a brass brooch shaped like a fly, and it has little wings that every once in a while will flutter. And he said, "Wear this brooch when you present yourself to the king, and he's gonna win his trust, like right away. He knows me. I don't need to brag, but I had no King Gold the 19th.
Oh, that's very impressive. Thank you.
He's a duke.
Would you like this toy spider?
There's no need for that. This is thank you for helping me with the cold.
Are Sure?
Yes.
I don't want to end up on trial.
You won't. Don't worry about all that. There's already a trial today anyway.
Who is this? Who is on trial? Do you know?
Yes, I do. It is this cat person that just showed up out of nowhere.
Ah, a cat.
And one of our own. Let me find the name real quick. Morgort, the Knight of Warts. She helped steal a balloon.
Oh, we
Oh,
saw
the fires
the.
are
Is that the balloon? We saw a breathing. Saw something breathing when we first came.
No, that's one of our balloons. She stole it. It's gone.
What is the balloon for?
Who was it that stole it? Hard of hearing.
Sorry.
It's all the mud.
Her name. Her name is Morgort, the Knight of Warts.
Didn't we see a balloon crash in the swamps?
You sure did.
Morgoth, the Knight of Warts.
We were out in the swamp.
Morgort with a T.
Can you spell that?
That I don't know how she spells it, but I think it's Morgort.
Bubble, leaf, squiggly worm. That's how you spell it.
Morgoth.
So
She sounds metal as
PG-13's gone again.
She sounds metal as flump.
So, he's going to say, thank you very much, I appreciate it.
And will we need a herald still, or will this suffice?
He'll definitely get you, you'll definitely have his trust if he sees that. But a herald is always nice. I mean, who doesn't like to be announced when they go into a room?
That's true. Do you know anyone that we could get as a herald, or can one of us do it?
I don't know, do any of you have heralding skills? I would just pick one of you.
I'm just gonna go. How do you herald?
He's our showsman.
I can do it.
You're classically trained.
I'm classically trained, and I used to know a man named Harold. He had a wooden leg.
Can't ask for more than that.
That sounds like you're the man for the job.
Okay, well, I mean, that's it for this room. As you guys look around, everything in here is pretty much destroyed and on fire. But it appears as though this is a room or a place that is... You can ascertain this from the sort of tools and materials that you find around. This is where they build the balloons, basically.
Oh, there ain't nothing useless here. I like coal, and I start stuffing my hat full of it.
Can you at least point us in the direction we need to go to meet the king?
Just out this other door.
This other door? Alrighty,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Make sure you take back your frog.
Oh, I got Petunia. She's in her little jar now. I gotta keep her safe. Here you go, Petunia. Here, have a little cricket.
So... I have a mini. We won't really need it, but I'm going to use it once we get
I
here.
thought you went in there to go put on a cat costume.
Really into character. Here I am.
Almost there. We are almost there.
Meow meow said the maiden.
I'm a dude.
Okay. So, you exit this balloon factory and you come out on a flat wood plank bridge. It's spanning over the arm of the lake. And, I guess just read this. This flat wood plank bridge, which spans an arm of the lake, is lined on one side by rows of bullywug heads on wooden spikes. At the center of the bridge, a small figure sits with his feet dangling over one side. The figure appears to be talking to itself in bemoaned tones. But then, the severed bullywug heads erupt in a cacophony of voices, some indignant, others sympathetic, a few, in a more distant row, yell, "What? I couldn't hear what they said!"
Well, I went from Flair being very sad to watching this. Oh, like,
As soon as I walk out and see that, I go.
So, you see up ahead a small figure sitting there talking to these heads, and he says, "And then these big bunny bullies came out of nowhere, knocked the stuffing right out of me, and took the head right off of my shoulders. I guess I don't need to tell you what it's like to lose your head. It's nice to talk to somebody who gets me."
Now, didn't you guys have a vision of the bullywog head in the river? They looked in the river and saw visions. They saw
So,
visions
if I recall
of
correctly,
a claw-crabbed boy.
trying on different heads.
He did. Or
I think it was probably me.
they all had visions.
Yes.
Do you remember what my vision was?
Don't expect me to remember.
Oh yeah,
I will remember once I
My
listen
notes are
again.
very loosey-goosey.
you saw bullywog heads on pikes.
It was someone said not to look at the
You've basically...
Don't look in the river.
The only information you would get that would be relevant to this from that vision that you had is you've seen him. You saw him in a vision. He was taking off different heads and trying different ones on. He was basically putting different things on his shoulders. And he finally settled on a gourd. As you walk out onto this big bridge with all of the chattering heads, this thing is going to turn and notice you. And he's going to say, hello. As he turns his head, you kind of hear like something rattle around inside of it.
Goodness gracious. What on earth is going on this bridge?
I was just talking to my friend.
Oh, I see.
Why are there so many bullywog heads?
There's no way to get ahead in life.
That's a really good one. I like that.
None of these frogs will ever be the head of a major corporation. Sorry.
That's really quite good.
The Bullywogs, what did you ask? I'm sorry.
Why their heads are on pikes?
The little scarecrow boy is going to say, they're all previous rulers. And he's going to, and one of the heads is going to go, and much better than the current one, I'll tell you that.
How are you talking?
Is the current one very headstrong?
I'll say, back in my day, doing a good beheading was enough, but he had to boil his predecessor in oil. Had to have the flash.
Sound very like a nice guy.
That sounds very barbaric.
One of the other ones is going to say, excuse me, that's my grandson you're talking about?
He sounds like an
And
ass.
it's going to look over at you guys and go, very lovely to meet you, Gullup the 10th.
Nice to meet you, Gullup.
Yeah, it's a bow, I guess. Or
Just staring like just
And another one
terrified awe.
And another one is going to say, well, I think we can all agree that he's a horrible, weak ruler. And they're all going to go, oh, yeah, he's kind of okay.
Like, what is happening?
Have you seen his belly?
Adding.
Well, if y'all could just let us pass by this horrific bridge, I would really appreciate it.
Go right ahead, nobody's stopping you, not like this one. And he kind of moves his eyes over, tried to stop me. And that one's going to say, listen, we've all been beheaded. I beheaded you, that guy over there beheaded me, and I beheaded her and her and her.
Is this normal for your hierarchy? I mean, the bullywog culture eludes me.
The little scarecrow guy is going to say,
Well, yeah, they go through quite a lot of rulers here. They kind of depose each other frequently. There's always some kind of coup in the works. And he's going to say, nothing like scarecrows. Scarecrows get promoted when they're outstanding in their field.
Hey, I like that one.
Thank you. Came up with it myself.
Hang on, I got something in my trick bag here for that. Never mind.
I'm gonna ask one of the heads. How are you still talking?
how are you talking? Not very nice to just come up and ask somebody how they learn to speak.
But you're just a head. I thought people died when they lost their head.
Well, I guess you thought wrong.
Technically, they lost their body, not their head. They still have their head.
When you guys turn around, I'm holding one of the heads in my hand, and I go, "Hey, ain't got nobody. Nobody cares for me. Yakety-yah, yakety-yah.
Flawless instinct! Put me back on my spike, please!
Sorry about that."
Is
Scarecrow guy.
I see why you're hanging out with the heads. You seem to have lost yours.
Yes, I used to have the most glorious head. It was a stag. Very, very imposing. This one isn't as good.
I don't know if it'll fit on your head, and it's not the prettiest, but it will shine really nice in the light.
And pull out a slag glass ball. Glass ball.
I think I'm okay with this one for now. What I really want is my original head back.
Where'd you lose it?
Those brigands with Agdon Longscarf stole it.
Oh, we whooped his butt.
That's good. Did you find my head?
Unfortunately not, but the new leader is down at the docks, and if you say we sent you, she might be willing to give it over. She seems pretty reasonable. Might have to give her a favor, but...
All right. Maybe I'll do that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And he's going to kind of meander past the bridge and pass all of you guys and seemingly go towards where Jevik is. Okay, so we heading to the other end of this plank bridge then?
Yes, we are. As quick as we can.
How's my disguise looking?
You can tell now.
Is there any mud?
You can definitely stop and mud up if you'd like.
Definitely mud up. Well, another disguise.
Maybe you should just be yourself. See what happens. They put frog heads on spikes here. Maybe they like red frogs.
One of those frogs told me that it was Red Frog History Month.
I'll leave it as is and let it kind of deteriorate. Maybe I can use it as a bold statement. I don't know.
Where are your friends?
One of the as you're walking down this bridge to the other end, one of the heads is going to go, "Excuse me, why are you red?" And one of the Bullywogs next to it is going to go, "Oh my god, you can't just ask somebody why they're red." Really rude.
I was born this way. Please keep it under wraps.
Oh, that's fine by me. Takes all sorts. So you get to the end.
We're just gonna go on ahead.
All right, you get up ahead at the end of this bridge. You can see there is a grand marble gazebo sitting atop a mound of soggy earth. It's white stone, streaked green with algae. The support pillars have sunk into the muck unevenly, so that the domed canopy now sits askew. Would you like to enter this gazebo?
Yes.
Okay.
It's so beautiful.
Entering the gazebo, short steps ring the gazebo, leading to a raised floor, where a single bullywug is munching juicy bugs out of a bowl filled with crawling critters. And he's going to go, "Are you here to see the king?" In between his, sloppy crunches. And he's going to say, "He left to prepare for the trial, and I'm on my lunch break." "Wait, hey, don't I know you guys?" He's going to say. And you recognize that you did see him at the end of the road.
Oh, you're
Herman the Frog.
You're
You got two jobs?
I don't have two jobs. I'm a traveling bard. I'm actually in very high demand recently.
That's right. We played a duet.
Yeah. I'm available for parties. I do birthdays and unbirthdays too.
On birthdays?
That's right, on birthdays.
You ain't never heard no one birthday before.
I have not. What's that?
I think it's usually called unaliving day for...
There are 364 unbirthdays, whereas you only get one birthday. Today's my unbirthday.
Today's your unbirthday. Happy unbirthday!
What a weird coincidence. It's my unbirthday too. And I was hired for the king's unbirthday today.
Well, how about that? What a small world.
How do Bullywogs celebrate their unbirthday?
That's when you die.
What?
Celebrating your death day.
Oh, no, that's your death day, I thought.
Oh, I thought
Well-
it was an unaliving day. Lots of names for it.
I don't think they celebrate that here. After you die, you kind of just get put on a spike outside.
Only if you're a king, it seems. I hope.
Yeah. Usually they just kind of throw us into the muck. It's a hard world.
I wouldn't rub any more mud on this.
It's definitely not easy being green, I guess, or red.
Especially hard being red.
All right. Well, I mean, that's all that's here. There's a lot of places to sit here. There's places where people would be eating, but nobody's here right now besides
Herman the Bard.
And you said that the king is preparing for the trial.
That's right.
Where's the trial being held at?
It's pretty nearby, actually. Let me see here. If you leave here, then it is actually just outside is where the holding cells are.
Are we allowed to go look at this prisoner?
I don't
never
know
seen
if
it.
anyone's going to stop you.
I've never seen a cat person before.
Well, come back when I'm not on my break. If you want to hear, I play that harp over there.
Oh, we'll have to come by and see you play again.
A banjo and a harp. You're multi-talented.
Well, you're not any bard worth his stock knows how to play multiple instruments.
Do you have a kazoo?
I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like any kazoo I've heard. Alright, so you guys leave this marble gazebo, and up ahead you can see two different paths. So you can turn left, and if you do... I really should mark this. I am going to mark it, actually. So I
Which
don't have
one
to
do we hear the meowing come from?
Scratching.
To the right, you see a very large building. It's a hall, and it's built around a large tree. And then to the left, you can see rising from the soggy earth is a sturdy wooden hut with an open doorway on one side of it.
That's probably where they're keeping the prisoners.
Want to take a look? I'm kind of curious.
Maybe we can go on in there.
Why not?
Guards around?
So... No, not around there. If you look over to the right, you can see this big building has a couple of guards outside of it.
That's probably where the prisoners are.
Well, let's see what's in the hut.
Okay, so you take a left to go to the hut, and we are going to interrupt our story for something that happened just last night. Kaizen, right?
Yes.
Kaizen, you are thrown into a holding cell with thick mangrove roots serving as bars. The floor of your cell is covered with several inches of stinking water. In the other cell, there is a figure in rags slumped against the back wall.
So, cats don't like water, so instantly, Kazin is like, "Meow!" and he starts licking himself, and then he starts to look around, and he's like, he sees this shadow of this person or whatever. Hello?
This figure in rags is going to go, "Oh, another prisoner. It appears we will be fighting in the morning then."
Prisoner?
That's right. You've done something to offend the king, I suppose, and they have thrown you in here with me. My name is Morgoth, Knight of Warts.
No such thing. Haven't done anything.
Well, he is known to have... Oh, jeez, I don't know what I'm doing. He is known to have quite the temper. You clearly have done something to make him angry. Me, I'm thrown in here for very good reason. I helped to steal a balloon. My conspirators got away, but alas, I was caught.
Interesting. He set me down for dinner, then he tells me, he grabbed me and he threw me in here. He starts to still lick himself.
Well, you shouldn't be in here for long. They will definitely have trial in the morning.
Trial?
That's right. They like to do trial by combat here.
By combat? I've got to fight somebody.
You're going to fight me, unless you have somebody who will fight on your behalf.
Then if I'm going to fight you, then I'm going to stay over here to the other side.
Well then, I will stay over here in my cell.
Unless we can help each other out and get ourselves out of here.
What would you suggest?
We'll look around, see if we can.
So you don't see any. It's mud on the floor,
Okay.
and it's mangrove walls. So there's nothing like there's no locks or anything like that that you could pick. Potentially, they took a lot of your belongings off of you when you were thrown in. So you don't have any of your
Nothing.
weapons
All right.
or many things you don't have.
It appears that I don't have anything on me. Maybe maybe when they take us out, maybe we can do like a run for it or something like that.
I intend to fight with honor, and I hope you will do the same.
Of course. My name is nothing but Honor.
All right then. I will get some sleep. We have quite the fight scheduled in the morning.
I'm sleep in this. But yes, see you
Yeah,
in the morning.
it was very crude of them. I'm in the dry half. And you all in the water. I'm a frog. So anyway, the night passes, and in the morning, a strange party enters the holding cell.
Is it like dark in there?
It's not dark in there.
Yeah.
It's
Lucky and warm.
morning. Speaking of which, night and morning has kind of a weird meaning here, as you have all learned from being here for the amount of time that you have. It's always twilight, so it's difficult to say what time it is exactly, but after you sleep and wake up. So, now it's down to all of you guys. So you see ahead of you,
Like no guards stopped us at all to come in here.
at the back of this hut, there are two holding cells. Thick mangrove roots serve as bars, and there's a small round door closing off each cell. The floor of one cell is covered with several inches of stinking water and Kaizen, and the other cell holds a figure in rags. She will walk.
Look like?
So she is she's in rags, but she is a bullywug, and she's going to approach the bars, and she's going to say, "You are a strange bunch. What are you here for?"
To see you!
Well, you have found me, Morgoth, Knight of Worts, and she does a little bow.
Why were we
Curtsy
seeing them
back.
again? I was told we were coming in to see them. And so we did!
We heard there was a trial and there was a cat person, and I've never seen a cat person before.
And then I peer up to I guess there's like kind of like a cell of some sort. And you know, in cats, in twilight, my eyes turned like that glossy, like,
Saucers.
yep, exactly. I go to it and I look up and I said, "Who's there?"
A gawker.
Gawker. I start to smell.
Well, hey there. I remember you. You was at the carnival about 3 nights ago.
Yes, that carnival. Such a nightmare.
Don't you remember me? I was over there petting my bleak dog when you came by and I was playing you a song.
Yes, I'd always remember that red nose of yours. Huh?
Yep. How'd you land yourself in there?
The bee's a little bit fuzzy for me because I didn't do anything. I am innocent. As for the other, I don't know.
What's your name?
I am Morgoth, Knight of Worts.
The ship thief.
That is right. I helped my associates steal a ship and they got away.
Until
My
proven
associates,
guilty.
Wigglewog and Sir Televar.
It crashed.
That is unfortunate to hear. Did they at least get out of here?
Unclear. We never managed to find it in the swamp. We just saw it go
You
down.
did find it,
Oh, we
Yeah, you did.
actually. It was on top of the tower. He is the one who got into it. Sir Talavar was in the
Talavar
cage,
was the
and there was
dragon.
somebody else in the basket.
He gave me his sword!
Yeah, the little
okay.
dragon.
Okay.
There's a dead body in there.
Yeah, dead bullywug. I thought it was your friend. I thought it was like your family member dead as well. I was like, oh, no! Actually, no, it wasn't. I thought it was you. That's right, I was like, no!
Where did it crash? What happened?
It was on top of crashed on top of a tower.
The Slanty Tower.
Yes.
I know it. At least they got out of here. Are they safe?
One of them is, unfortunately, Talavar made it out safe.
Unfortunately, Televar did.
What happened to Wigglewog?
I didn't see it personally. Flair said there was a Bullywog skeleton.
I did what?
She's going to kind of sink a little bit, and she's going to go, oh, that is unfortunate news.
I'm sorry.
Thank
You
you.
need to bring such ill tidings when you're already in such a bad situation.
Well, I will try my best. I have a fight to do.
Right.
Well, enough of this small talk. How about you say you try to get me out of here and I have enough catnip for us all?
Catnip?
Yes, it'll fancy your whiskers. Oh, whatever else you have. Fancy your gills.
I stroke my whiskers.
He's got whiskers.
Yes, and such a vibrant red color. It is very lovely. Why do you hide it under so much mud?
Trauma.
We're about to go see.
That's a very good reason.
Yes, I have quite a bit of that myself.
We're about to go see the king. Maybe we can ask him to let you go.
At that, a couple of guards are going to come in, and they're going to go, oh, here to see the combatants? Well, it's time.
Oh.
And they're going to open up the cages, and they are
boy.
going to lead the two prisoners out of the hut.
We don't want to break any rules or anything.
Can
No, we'll just end up in that cage too.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
I don't like the looks of this king. We could maybe.
like I'm obviously quietly like whispering to them like
Maybe I got that bag of pixie dust still. Maybe we throw it on him and help them escape.
I mean, I don't really care for Sir Talavar. He's got an ugly mustache, but he did deliver those truffles, I believe, for us.
He did
did?
us a good
That's right.
turn.
Definitely was on our side. He was in the fight against the brigands, and I guess Willywog,
Wigglewog. Who
was
perished.
his friend.
Yeah, if they're a friend of Sir Taliban, this person can't.
So,
must have had a good reason.
And
This has been long enough
Yeah.
that they have been led out, and they are gone out of the hut. You are led to a mangrove tree standing in the middle of a patch of heavily churned mud, where rustling and rotting bits of armor and weapons are scattered. 2 lengths of chain are anchored to opposite sides of the tree trunk, each with an iron shackle on the end. You and Morgott are shackled to this tree. And the knights are going to say, combat will start after the king gets here. So did you guys want to follow to these proving grounds?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
We don't want to miss a cat fight.
So you follow, and out of the pond, a lot of bullywugs begin to swim up. Some giant frogs join. A little bit of a crowd kind of gathers around these proving grounds.
Put the dust away.
And
If anybody asks, it's your friend's pants.
shortly after Kaizen and Morgort are shackled to the mangrove tree, a palanquin constructed from vine is carried up to the proving grounds by 4 bullywugs. Sat atop the palanquin on a silk.
How many did you say are in the area?
Several.
Several.
It's just a crowd that kind of gathered to watch the proceedings.
Mostly citizens.
They look mostly like citizens, so they are dressed kind of like this one. I'm going to send you a photo.
Are you going to present him to the king?
It does not. Hold on a moment, because it may not be time. Let's see.
Oh.
Maybe my crown.
Are you railroading me, Trenton?
Yeah, I am.
This is D&D. I can
Because-
do whatever I want.
Immediately, a small bullywug quickly catches up to the palanquin, having been left behind, and he blows on a little trumpet. And he says,
The Honorable King Gulp the 19th, presiding over the trial of Morgort, Knight of Warts, and Kaizen Kenham Kalin III. Ridiculous name. You are honored to be in His Majesty's presence. And this bullywug, which I have sent a photo to you, and which is right here, is going to pet his little alligator that's in his lap, and he's going to go, begin. You have been handed 2 big clubs, and Morgort is kind of like swinging hers around, and she holds it, and she goes, "Hevet you."
Oh,
Roll for initiative.
Roll
okay.
for initiative.
Are we also rolling?
Let's see what the
No,
hell
not unless you guys want to join and break the rules here.
Oh, we could break the rule. Join.
We could overthrow a
isn't
corrupt
her?
government.
She should be fine. She's got like
You
9
think
lives.
you can use your kingly influence of being the king
17.
of Witchlight to maybe stop this?
You get to go
Combat.
first.
That might be a good
Okay.
idea.
I'm gonna let one.
Okay,
guy
so
go
we're
and
fighting.
stop him.
Yep,
Got it.
you've got a club.
All right.
And it's 2 of you. You guys are about 20 feet apart, so you can definitely approach her, and you have good distance and everything like that.
All right. I kind of look. All right. Okay. All right. If we're gonna have to do this, maybe you should say your last words.
Very good.
And this is just regular full attack.
Mhm.
Okay. So 17. I roll.
That will hit.
All right. So I undo it. Do a quick cat. Grab my bullywug and whack her across the face.
Okay, so this mace whacks her across the face, and you see her tongue fly out of her mouth, and mucus kind of goes flying past, and she spins around, and she goes, "Oh, I am killed! Oh, Wigglewog, I'm coming!" And she falls over to the ground, and her tongue rolls out of her mouth, and she is dead.
Oh my god!
God.
Shit!
And then I
And King Gulp the 19th goes, "Well struck."
That was so barbaric.
Well, so much for that.
I can't unsee this.
He is going to.
I cannot.
It's
I don't
okay.
know what that is. Stop! It won't stop! I can't make it stop! I'm sorry.
He is going to climb down from his palanquin, and as he stands up, and 2 of the bullywugs throw themselves down into the mud to give him some stairs to walk down. And he slets down in the mud, and he walks up to you, and he goes, "Unshackle him." And they unshackle you, and he says, "You have proven your innocence. You are now awarded the honorific of True Friend of Gulp the 19th.
K is the 3rd power.
Well, you're welcome." And he's going to say, and he's going to turn around and go back to his palanquin. Does everybody know what a palanquin is? I wrote that.
Yeah.
Okay, because I asked somebody, I was like, "Do you know what a palanquin?" And they were like, "No." I just wanted to ask them to be sure. It's the thing that people, when they hold 4 of the posts and somebody sits on top,
Emperors, kings.
and sometimes it's enclosed. Gotcha. I just wanted to.
Or the 2 version one for travel that they used in Japan.
So he's seems happy with himself for doing that. He gets very proud, and he goes back to his palanquin and he goes, "Okay, I'm done here.
Would it be rude for us to go
Back to the gazebo. More partying."
And I'm still like over here scratching my head, like, what the hell just happened?
And the palanquin,
Hit a gong.
the palanquin begins to walk off.
Halt there before you go back to your gazebo, O king.
And he's going to. They stop for a second, carrying the palanquin, and he turns around, sort of seemingly a little annoyed at having been stopped after such a grand display. But he goes, "Yes."
I have come to present another king.
Ooh.
Yes,
Have you?
yes. The master of carnival games. The crimson mucus giver.
the painter of mud. Yes, it's Spuddle, the Witchlight King himself, come to break bread with you and hold court.
Ooh, and immediately everybody in the crowd around you is going to throw themselves down to the ground and go, I beg your forgiveness, I did not know it was you.
It's quite all right.
And King Gullop is going to go, have you come to depose me? Take my throne?
That remains unclear.
I should like to see you try. He's going to say, he's not happy at what you just said. And there's a lot of murmurs coming from around the crowd. And he narrows his eyes at you and spots, is anybody wearing the brooch? He spots the brooch and he says, I will forgive you this once for being a friend of Baron.
Wasn't it Duke?
Duke? Thank you.
Don't correct the king!
I do what I say.
Do you?
He was demoted!
He was demoted recently. Duke Ekrand. I remembered.
It sounded like you're having
I
trouble
shall
there.
forgive you this once for flicking your tongue about, Red One. But if you try to depose me, you will surely regret it. He will say, and he'll say, away, and they'll trot away on their palanquin, headed back towards the gazebo that you guys were in earlier.
Well, that didn't go too so well. He didn't let us talk to him at all.
We shall speak with him soon. Fear not.
Get really close.
Freaking out.
So, a couple of guards go over to the corpse of Morgort.
Her and see if she's really dead.
You guys want to go over to her?
Yeah, I want to make sure.
And you're poking her?
I want to see if she wakes up.
You're shaking her around?
Yeah.
She's not waking up.
I see a dead body.
Start playing real slow on my own harp. Hear it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm up casting.
Got a Nervous kit.
Okay.
Come back to the light, little froggy.
So she, you cast this healing spell upon her, like a little like glow of light kind of comes down, and it goes shh.
It does what?
She goes shh.
Shush.
What?
Get away.
Oh, are you all right?
Get away.
And a couple of guards are going to approach and pick her up, and they're going to trot her over to the water and just chuck her into the lake. And then they wander off.
Okay.
Her corpse floats there for a minute.
Spottle, I wouldn't put any more mud on you from this lake.
And then it sinks.
I'm gonna go over to the water and be like, "Hey!" and like stick my 10-foot pole down in the water, see if she'll.
Your pole meets Purchase towards the bottom, and she like pokes her head like about this much of it, where you can just see her eyes and nose, and she goes, "Don't spoil it." I totally got out of that.
Good luck to you, oh Knight of the Wards.
I am going to steal another balloon.
You have the most metal name I've ever flumpin' heard.
Thank you. I hope we will meet again.
Yes.
And she ducks back down under the water.
Well, how about you, cat person? What are you here in this place for?
Well, before I got thrown in the water and made to kill or not kill, I've been looking for... What's this? I think it's a woman, right?
You are looking for Zabilna.
Yeah.
Who you have been hired to find by a warlock.
You know Zabilna too? That's my friend!
You guys know Zabilna.
I do!
I don't. I'm hilarious. I don't know if he knows her.
Before that, that's what I was doing. I was on a mission to look for her. To see if she was alive, at least.
Well, he's looking for her. You could tag along with us if you're trying to find the same person if you like.
Is it building that might be dead?
That I don't know. That's what I'm looking for.
You still got your powers, right?
I'm gonna cast an Eldritch Blast into the sky. Yeah!
Must be still alive.
A bullywog falls into the
Wide-eyed. Did I do that?
Just kick him into the water.
You know what happens when Eldritch Blast hits a frog?
Same thing that happens to everything else.
Okay.
That's the worst
Do you
joke
know what happens when a frog gets struck by Eldritch Blast?
Blast.
The same thing that happens to everybody else.
Yes. Okay. So, yes.
You okay?
It's the worst joke ever. It's so bad.
Okay.
One of the bullywugs that's in the crowd goes, ooh.
I'm alright. Alright, here we go.
We're gonna go see that king now. Get this.
Back to see the
On
king.
road.
Right. So, from where you're standing now, you can go back to the gazebo, or you could proceed further, and you will find this image that I've sent you, basically. It's a big black balloon that's floating over the lake, tugging at its moorings.
Sputtle, are you thinking about trying to dispose him?
No.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Not yet. It's
Doesn't seem like a
now.
nice guy.
I was like,
I mean, yeah, he looks highfalutin, and I'm glad that the cat guy isn't a killer.
words
It's
house.
refreshing.
Can, like, fly
I'm
away
doing
with
my
that thing.
best to show a bit of grandiose arrogance so that just to try to keep us out of trouble. I'm playing it a little hot and loose, but trying my best. I don't know anything about being a king.
Yeah.
Anything's better than that, King.
Plus,
I'm
if
gonna test this.
I pose them, I don't know who would take their place. I can't imagine it'd be someone better.
It'd be the 20th probably.
That is not what I want. I was just checking.
It
I'm
does
sorry.
slap though.
Yeah, it does, but that's not what I want.
It's a good somber.
Actually, you saying the 20th, one of the bullywugs in the crowd is going to say, "The king has no heirs." Not that I heard what you were saying or anything.
Obviously not.
Well, it
Come
wouldn't be
closer.
hard to make some. I hear they make 30 at a
It's going to
time.
jump into the water and like,
Bye.
What's your name, friend?
oh, it's gone. It
all
left.
left.
It booked it as soon as it like realized what it said.
Oh, shit.
I don't want to be caught talking shit.
Inside thoughts came out on the outside. No.
We're entering the king's...
Double dipped.
Yeah. Okay.
We're looking for Zabilna to help our friend Flare out.
And we need to find information on
Slackjaw. Slackjaw, yeah, but we gotta find this Bavlorna first.
Same person.
Zabilna?
Oh, Zabilna. I thought you said it's Bavlorna.
Yeah. So maybe if you help us, we can help you.
Sounds like a good gesture. I think I
Now-
might take you up on that offer.
Now that you're not a murderer.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I was just told that it'd be my life or hers. But let me let you know, I'm not for the death. I'd rather not.
Well, that's good to know.
I'm not for the death either.
I only kill when I have to.
I just like playing music and making people laugh.
I do have a fiddle.
You want to join our band?
Gonna read flute.
Well, we try to get this king first and maybe later.
So you guys want to go back to the king?
Yeah.
Yes, we need information.
All right. So, you go back to the marble gazebo. You've already gone up the short steps. So, now there are a raised floor where Bullywogs dressed in shabby clothing are lounging on pillows. Among them, a harpist sends forth delicate notes that mingle with the murmured croaking of the gathered nobles. On a dais, a flabby Bullywog, which I've already described, King Gullup, sits with his legs folded under him. And now he has a large leather-bound book open across his lap, and he is mouthing the words that he's reading on the pages.
We all kind of just salute Herman as he's playing.
And he's going to see you when you come in, and he's going to say, "Oh yes, it's you again, and honored friend of King Gullup the 19th. Welcome. Please, have some food."
Wanted to do my entrance.
Oh, again?
Yeah, no, when we come up there, because I didn't get to do it before.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I'm going to walk up with my chest puffed up, and then I'm going to flick back my thing and very sluttily have my wrist sitting on the tip of the handle of my,
pommel
sword, striking a arrogant pose like this.
At seeing this, his neck thing kind of inflates a little bit, and he puffs himself up bigger, and he goes,
"Wow, you look even bigger now."
Please have some food. It's very abundant in my kingdom.
Ah, too kind, too kind. How is your reign thus going?
"It's great ever since I boiled that last guy in oil. Everyone remembers that, right?"
Yes. Heard about that at the door.
Really Hopefully that doesn't happen to you.
Why'd you boil that person in oil?
Because I wanted to be king. Why else?
Why didn't you just cut his head off like a normal person?
Why are you asking so many questions?
Because all them heads on the bridge over there were just telling us all kinds
Well, I'd
of crazy...
stop asking questions if you didn't want to join them.
Well, technically,
I don't even know what you are.
Hi, I'm a clown.
Your ridiculous red nose.
It's my dear friend you're speaking to.
Oh, I'm sorry to offend a friend of the king of the Witchlight Carnival.
I'll forgive you.
And I'll forgive you.
Are they making bullywog eggs right now? Just what we were talking about earlier?
I have no idea.
Gonna
play that hop louder, he's going to say. So anyway, he goes back to reading his book.
What's the plan here?
Hey, I've come to ask you a little question, though. Not about your reign or anybody being boiled in oil, though. You see, we're trying to find this witch. Her name's Bavlorna, old Slackjaw.
Oh, Bavlorna, you say? I do know her.
We heard that you did. We got some questions about her.
Well, go ahead and ask them. I'm the expert on her, if you will.
Is she nice?
Very.
Does she like to, have company?
No, actually. Only members of the Soggy Court are allowed to speak with Bavlorna.
What's the Soggy Court?
My court, of course.
Could you
the best court there is. Better than any I'm sure they have in the Witchlight.
I don't know, the Witchlight was pretty fun. I do remember that.
Well, did you see any courts?
Yes, actually. I think I did.
There were a number of courts.
Yeah.
Could you make us members of the Soggy Court so that we could talk to the witch?
I suppose I could. Well, if you are going to see Bavlorna, he's going to slam the book that he's holding shut, and he's going to hold it out so that you can take it. And he's going to say, "Could you give this to her, please? Thank you."
I certainly could. Is it a cookbook?
Don't worry about what's in the book. I procured it from the merchants down the way. Just over there, in that big black balloon.
That big, scary-looking balloon thing over there?
It doesn't matter. Anyway, just return it to her, but you can't go looking like that. I'll have my people dress you for the occasion. You can use the sinking palace. Bet they don't have a sinking palace in your kingdom.
We don't, no. But we do get to shrink down and fly around like fairies.
Ooh,
it was a lot of fun.
I'm sure that's how fun. I have people carrying me around on a palanquin. I don't have to walk close the time.
It must be so hard for you.
Being unable to fly.
There's a giant banana where we come from that plays music.
Well, that sounds horrible. I don't even know what a banana is.
It's delicious. And slippery.
So during all of this talking, one of the Bullywogs is going to is going to pass a wine goblet to you, and it's going to go, drink that, and it's going to walk away. But as you look inside the cup, there's just a scrap of paper.
I was about to say, oh man, here we go. Constitution save. I'm going to.
And it's going to like slink away into the crowd.
I'm gonna pretend like I'm draining the whole thing, and then sleight of handing the. Is it like opened or is it?
It's a piece of paper. You can tell there's things written on it, but you can't tell what
Do
it
a
says.
sleight of tongue.
Sleight of. Oh, yeah,
Do a sleight of hand check. Do a
sleight.
sleight of hand check.
Oh. Okay.
I knew it was something.
Shit. 6.
I set it at 5. So you just put it into your mouth, and now it's just sitting on your tongue. And he's going to say, hold on, I'm gonna make sure it's something.
Nope. If I swallow it, I can just regurgitate it.
Yes, well, if you just go to my palace, they'll kit you out in the proper garb, and then you'll be good to go and see Bavlorna.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your kind-hearted assistance.
Of course. Anything for fellow royalty.
Bow very deep. Respectfully, but not like grovelingly.
He does the same, like not quite low, but so yeah, now it's just up to you guys what you want to do. The food presented on the table is an array of bugs and grubs and worms and things that frogs eat.
I'm gonna poke at one of the grubs.
It's very squishy.
I'm gonna find a spot kind of out of the way, not conspicuously, but that way I can try and.
So some of the foods are cooked yet.
Take the note out of my mouth and stuff.
So you have a very sticky, very wet note in your hands, and this note is written in Sylvan. It says, "Find Illig, the Baron of Muckstup, at once. Their revolution lives."
There's already a coup in play.
It's Illig.
Oh, there's G.
Yeah, Illig. Illig.
Oh, Illig. I heard Illid.
Sorry,
Find
Illig.
Illid.
The Baron of Muckstump.
Baron. Muck. Yes. And then I'm gonna swallow the paper.
Okay.
Meanwhile, do you eat these walking carrots, as he would say? Not carrots.
No, that's not a carrot. Pass me the orange one.
And one of the Bullywogs is going to hold it out to you and say, "One of my favorites as well."
Do you
taste.
partake?
I like more things than running.
Slimy yet satisfying.
Don't worry. From what Sputtle showed me, they'll run.
Oh, you want one that runs? Hold on.
There was one flying just a second ago.
Oh, this one was buried.
Grasshopper.
See? I'll let you partake in that. I've already have mine. And then I pull out my little pouch and it has catnip and I go. And then I tied it back up and I close it. And then I get this like little.
Euphoric.
Yeah. As I lick my paws.
Is she going to go through withdrawal during this campaign?
Is there anybody that I should like the servant person? I got their note. Are they still around? Can I see them?
It's hard to tell. They all look the same to you.
That's racist.
That the one that gave you the note very quickly disappeared. Like, tried to get away, kind of, but it was pretty conspicuous what they did. They were like, Drew! But they thought they were being very clever and sneaky.
Most racist frogs content I've ever heard.
Baron of Muckstump.
Someone's safe to ask that. I'm not gonna eat any of this.
Come on, it's good for you.
No.
I'll try a grub.
When was the last time you ate?
Did we eat that? We went to the Calliope, right?
I would say that they fed you at the Herringon camp, so you don't have to worry just
Good
yet.
stuff. Beets and carrots and
Want one of these?
And he hands you a cookie.
no, I don't know how long that's been in your pocket.
Oh, well, since the carnival.
Since you got a job at the carnival?
Oh, I see.
I was like, aren't the cookies like
Euphorios.
Yeah, Euphorios, yes.
Unfortunately, couldn't manage to make Euphorios.
Yeah.
That's what the Oreos are. I mean, Euphorios are.
It looks like we don't got any kind of leads here.
My ears wiggle.
We'll have to go down to that clothing place where they'll probably just dip us in oil.
Do you mean the shop that he mentioned?
That's what he says.
It could
why
be a
would you-
front.
Yeah, why
For a
would we
frying
gonna trust
place.
him?
Who's got the book?
I took it. Scratch.
Okay.
What's it say?
Do you want to read through it
Yeah.
in front of the king?
No, he's not there.
You're still in this.
Oh, no,
you're
let's
still in
leave.
this gazebo with him.
No, let's leave out
Okay.
the gazebo
So
before
you
I do
leave.
that.
Which direction do you guys want to go in? Towards the proving grounds, the palace, and that big black balloon that you
Where
saw.
he told us to go get dressed.
Oh, why not the big
You want to go over to the palace?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go to the big back balloon. He got the book.
What about the revolution?
Yeah, unless you would tell us about the revolution.
Yeah. Something
I have
against
to-
the
He's,
king.
I have to find
he's eating a
something.
wiggly right now, a nightcrawler.
A piece of paper says something about maybe a revolution, something maybe against the king. That sounds like a lead to me.
To find someone. Where are we at? Sorry.
Wherever you want to be. So you're
We
leaving
just
the.
left the gazebo.
Stepped
The
outside the
gazebo.
gazebo.
From
You
the
and-
gazebo, you can get to the Talking Heads. You can get to the proving grounds, the jail cell, the sinking palace that he told you about,
The talk.
or the big black balloon.
But you also have that information we don't know about.
Oh yeah.
Are
We don't know about
on
that.
our way
We don't know
back
about
to the Talking Heads? Is there anybody around?
Yeah, so you can stop
Bunch
any
of talking
of the
heads.
Bullywogs that are in this.
No, I mean like. Oh wait, I don't want other people to hear us as.
Yeah, you
explain
can
the
you
note.
can isolate. You just keep an eye out, and you see one that kind of isolates itself from everybody else. You can use this opportunity to swoop in and talk to them privately if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay, so you walk up to this Bullywug, and they're going to bow to you and go, "Hello, Red One."
Hello there. I'm trying to find someone might be a friend.
We could be friends. I'm Muddlemud.
Muddlemund?
Muddlemud. Mundlemud.
Mundlemud?
Sorry, I'm old.
Ah, perfectly all right. Don't mean to be too forward in asking you this, but do you happen to know a Baron of Muckstump?
Illig?
Yes.
Yeah, I know him.
Good fellow.
I think he's all right.
Do you happen to know where I could find him? I think he and I could have many things to discuss.
No, I don't know. Maybe somebody else does. Sorry.
Sorry. I thought I
I
was.
don't know where he is.
No, I thought I was telling the group about the note, and then you're like, "Oh yeah, a person you could talk to," and I was like, "Okay, this person I'm supposed to talk to." Cool.
Okay. Oh, so you're telling us.
That's what I thought I was doing, but
That's
that
to take
happens.
us aside. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he doesn't know where he is. This guy.
what-
I guess he heard you. He overheard.
What is Spuddle doing? I guess
It looks like he made a new friend.
Yeah, I guess so.
He's talking to him.
That was embarrassing.
You're going to say, I think Ribble knows, and he's going to point over to another Bullywug on the other side of the.
This person doesn't know. I'm going to die of embarrassment.
Ribble knows quite a lot. He's the Earl of Stinkwater.
Oh. Sure. I'll make my way over to him.
Okay. A lot of bugs here.
It's great.
They are in a swamp.
How do you do?
I'm very well.
That's good. Are you enjoying the king's festivities?
Of course.
Yes, it's quite the show he likes to put on.
Yes, and all these flies buzzing around. It's lovely.
I know.
I'm just getting them out of the air constantly.
I'm trying to find an old friend that don't know many people in the area. Last said that they might be around. It's Muckstomp?
Muckstomp?
Yes.
I think he's somewhere in the Sinking Palace.
Sinking Palace.
I think.
Last time was that just a rumor, or?
I think that's where he'd be.
Get an insight check on this one. Oh God!
Use a different dice.
Been using a different dice. Insight. So that's just. I think that was a 6.
It seemed like an assumption.
Just an assumption. Okay. Alright, sinking.
Everybody sleeps there.
Sinking castle.
Palace. The Sinking Palace.
They
Palace.
call
Is that
that
an inn?
That's where the king lives. And many members of his court. Baron of Muckstomp is a member of his court, so why wouldn't he be there?
This is true. Alright. Thank you much. So I'll seek out my friend after I've gotten the raiments that me and my friends require. Good day.
Okay.
And I need somebody else to take lead.
Yeah, where are we going?
The book. Got any stink water jokes, Bobo?
I don't. Ironically. It's kind of funny just saying it. Stink water. Ah!
I hate water.
I want to look at this book. Look what this guy gave me.
So, you want to look through the book?
Yeah.
So, you look through the book, and it is a lot of very, like, kind of crackpot, very chicken-scratched writings. A lot of it is reading very... What's the word I'm looking for here?
Manic?
Paranoid. Very paranoid. They are talking about enemies and how much she hates these different enemies. Specifically, as you're looking through the book, a lot of the names you don't recognize, but you can find meetings between her and Skavatha and Endolin that she talks about. But you recognize a page that's kind of extra slimy, actually, as you're flipping through. And it says King Gullop on it. And it kind of spells out that she is very annoyed with him, and she finds him to be kind of bothersome. She's like, he's the 5th one this year. I'm sick of all these different kings. Like, this one is just also about himself, barely ever gives me anything. So she's not very happy with him, is what it seems.
This is the Slackjaw.
Mm-hmm. But in the front of the book, it says Bavlorna's Big Book of Bad Blood.
Oh.
And basically, she's just writing about a lot of different enemies and how much she hates them. It's a burn book, really.
Well, this book has got all kinds of people that she don't like. Yeah. Bavlorna. Doesn't look like she likes the king very much. She's got him on the Watergate page.
Why would he want us to give it to her then?
Showing that he knows what she said.
Probably get ourselves boiled in oil. That's what will happen.
I'm not interested in that.
Nope. We better not go down there dressed like frog folk now.
It's gonna be kind of hard for me.
Yeah, and actually, even though he told you that only members of the Soggy Court can speak to her, you find several interactions that she's had with other people, seemingly not in the Soggy Court.
Yeah.
And she seems annoyed. That's one of her annoyances that she lists. Like, he keeps sending members of his Soggy Court to entertain me.
Yeah, this sounds like a trap.
Yep.
That sounds like a good way to get
I don't think that king was being very forthright with us. Maybe we ought to go down there in that black balloon and see if we can fly on over there to that witch house.
Well, you can just go to the witch house.
Oh,
It's in the middle of the pond.
a little voice in my head just told me I could go right to it.
I mean, you saw it when you came in. It's in the very center. And actually... Well, I'm not really going to... Well, I will spoil things a little bit. I'm sending you a photo. It's in the center of this pond, and it's difficult to see exactly...
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's difficult to see exactly how it appears through this fog. But each time you've encountered these clotheslines, it seems that they're headed towards the center of the pond. So it's possible they're connected to this building in the middle.
Baba Yaga.
Nice place.
More water.
All the water.
We can maybe just walk along those lines and get to the house.
Yeah, we could find our lost things.
That's right. Can't remember what it is I lost now. I should write it down.
Can you genuinely not remember? Because I can tell you.
He pokes a hole in the paper.
Oh.
I get you.
You got clowned.
I did get clowned. I got clowned.
Do you think we're gonna have to barter with her for the things she took back? Do you have anything to offer her?
I should.
Or are we just gonna?
No, I'm not gonna kill her. But you can't go around taking things that don't belong to you.
That's true. That king did though.
I say we just go talk to this old slackjaw.
Couldn't hurt.
I mean, she could turn us into something.
That big black balloon is pretty curious, though. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Well, is it Morgoth gonna try to steal it?
She previously stole one of the Bullywogs balloons, and they are the one that they were repairing. That's the kind she's going to steal. This one is just a big black balloon. I mean, I sent you a photo. It's very ominous looking.
The cloud.
That's where they got the book that I've got now.
Oh.
That is where they got the book. That's where he told you he got the book from.
Maybe we can get some information there. We can use against her to force her to give us back the items she took from us.
Let's go on down there then.
All right, so you head past the sinking palace, past the proving grounds and all that to a big black balloon floats over the lake, tugging at its moorings. Beneath it hangs a basket made of black wicker and wood, which serves as a merchant's stall. A large pane of gray glass is drawn closed across an opening above the counter. A sign mounted above the window reads, "Wondrous wares and fair fares." The balloon is not made of fabric, but rather appears to be a rolling dark rain cloud that has been contained somehow with lines and netting.
Pull out my umbrella,
Amazing.
put it up on my head, and walk on in through the front door.
So it's actually a stall, so you just walk up to the front of it.
Yes.
So there's no interior of this. So you walk up to the front of the booth, and two darklings are inside the balloon. And it's a very cramped stall, but it's open for business. They see you approach, and one of them kind of rolls their eyes, and they go, "Trinket, we have customers." And the other one goes, "Can't you get them bauble?"
Trinket and bubble. I like it.
And let me see here. Yeah, wondrous wares and fair fares.
Y'all wouldn't happen to have a niece. would you?
Hold on. Hello, welcome to Trinket, Bauble, and Charms.
Sounds promising.
They have a sign hanging below the counter that says, available for limited time only. Very good thimble. Fingertip not included. Mug of Bumble beer. Has a nice sting to it. Dusk mallow pie with decorative bite marks. Bundle of dry wood. Great for starting fires. Ink portraits. If we have to look at you, so should you. And moonlight monocle. No more fumbling in the dark. And one of them, Trinket, goes, "These are the items we have for sale.
What was the first one again?
The very good thimble." She points at the sign. "Fingertip not included. You have to provide it yourself."
I would like to have an ink portrait.
Are you sure? It won't be a very good one. Subject isn't great.
You wouldn't happen to have a niece, would you, who's a waitress up north, would you?
No.
Does that thimble help you daydream when you hold it?
No, it's just a very good thimble. Armor for the finger.
How
I
about
have
this
a thimble.
monocle?
My eyes gonna go distant.
Well, then you don't need another one, do you?
How about this monocle here?
Yeah, that's the Moonlight monocle. They're going to produce it out from under the counter, and they go, "No touching. Did
Can
you
I
want to
look-
buy it?"
Can I look through it first?
No. First you have to pay.
Well, how much is it?
Can I ask you a question? What color are your eyes? Out of character, out of game. What color are his eyes?
I don't know.
Scratch?
He's got like a red one and a blue one.
Your eyes are very interesting. One red, one blue.
Ooh.
I'll take the color.
Ooh.
What color?
Both of them.
The color of my eyes?
That's right.
Are you sure? I kind of need to look through that damn monocle first. It's not just a little piece of glass.
She's going to hold it out, and she's going to go, "Don't touch. Just look." As you look through it, the shadows in the shop become a little bit brighter.
I don't know if I much like that. Sounds witchy.
Well, then don't take it. She's going to put it back under the counter.
Do you know anything about this here book?
Yeah, we sold that to the Bullywug guy.
Where'd you get it from?
I don't have to tell you that.
Please?
No.
What if I sang you a song?
No.
What if I sang you a
Please,
song
no
and this
song.
cat plays the fiddle while I do it?
That would be worse.
I've got a reed flute.
We don't like music. Bubble. Customers are being weird.
If I was to cast Friends,
Go ahead.
which, okay, I'm going to cast Friends. You have a charisma check, so I want to try to maybe. You sure you can't tell us where the book came from?
Persuasion, which you have advantage on from friends, correct?
Yes. $13.
With advantage?
I rolled a 2 and a 12.
Okay, so they are. Trinket and Bobble are going to go, "I don't know why, but suddenly I like you."
And furry.
Maybe that's it. I'll tell you, but you have to be quiet. And she's going to say, "We stole it."
From who?
Can you read? It says Bavlorna's Book of Bad Blood right there. Bavlorna.
Oh.
Actually, Charm is in there right now, trying to steal more.
Good for charm. I'm going to go ahead and step outside the balloon area for a little bit. I'll see y'all.
Yeah, you walk away, and Trinket is going to go, "Bubble, I think that guy just cast friends on me."
I don't give away anything.
That one of your friends?
Huh? Who?
Yeah, he's a good
Are
friend
you
of ours.
buying or not?
Let's see. There was what was out of character. There was
Very good thimble. Mug of bumble beer. Dusk mallow pie. Bundle of dry wood. Ink portrait. Or moonlight monocle.
No, I don't think I don't want to buy any.
How much for
Thimble's gonna spit on
the
my
bundle
big
of dry wood?
Bundle of dry wood. For
Something
you-
dry around here.
Yeah.
How about the rhythm in your step?
What?
Oh, it's about take something to
That
get
make-
something around here.
Would that make me uncoordinated?
Just the rhythm of your step when you're dancing.
Oh, so you can't dance. If you can't dance, you ain't no friend of mine.
Your mama already doesn't dance, neither does your daddy rock and roll.
I don't know what happened to my parents.
Well, that's why.
And it's just regular wood. It's dry. I'll have
Steep price for dry wood.
Yeah, I respectfully will have to decline. Thank you, though.
Okay.
This is the
Whatever.
worst shop I've ever been to. And your customer
Well, you're the
service
worst
is really
customer.
bad. Well, I'm going to take my business elsewhere.
Okay. I didn't want the color of your eyes anyway.
I'm not leaving a good review either.
1 star for you.
Very bad. I'm going to tell all my friends how bad this place is.
Goodbye.
I don't think we're gonna get anything else out.
That made me genuinely feel bad.
It's okay. I like your eyes.
Oh,
When y'all
Yeah,
walk
they're almost
outside-
as good as mine. I say, you look at mine. My eyes swirl with iridescent colors. My eyes
I
are
can
swirling.
barely make out how tiny your eyes are.
I'm outside trying to use the mud trick.
Good, his fur all matted.
They get really angry after they come back around.
Yeah, they weren't very nice to begin with.
It's like you cast friends and then you end up getting enemies.
So from where you're at, you can see that the Sinking Palace is really nearby. If you want to continue, like, I suppose I can just send you guys a picture of this, because now there's not really any spoilers.
Well, we know she said charms in Bavlorna's house stealing.
We could sell them out.
Yeah, that's something she would want. Maybe she'll trade us back our lost items.
that's right.
Or we could try reasoning with her.
Maybe she'll give us back our lost items for her diary.
So,
Two things. And two things she gives back.
if you've gotten this photo, you started towards the left where the dock and the big blue thing is, and you've gone around, and you can kind of follow the path that you've gone through so far. From where you are now at this big black rain cloud balloon, you can proceed further towards places you haven't been yet, or you can just go back to anywhere where you've already been. Now, up ahead, you do see that you can go to this big tree, and beyond that, real big tree.
That's the tree that we were at before, right?
Nope, this is a different one.
Oh, I haven't been.
The tree that you were at before is behind that building with trees growing out of it.
Well, I
Oh,
definitely
okay.
want to
So
explore
you're
it.
talking about the tree with by the proving ground area.
Yep.
Really?
Let's go look at that tree. Make sure we have no stone untwined.
Right, so you approach this tree. Several holes dot the trunk of a gnarled old tree that grows on the shore of the lake. The tree has lost all of its bark, and a few withered leaves cling to the ends of its twisted, knotted branches. One end of a clothesline is tied to a high branch on the northwest side of the tree. Several old garments hang from the clothesline. The other end disappears into the fog hovering over the lake.
Well, there's another line going out there to that witch's house.
Seems that everything's connected to her.
We don't want to sneak into her house. We're trying to go in and present her with the deal.
That's a good play. Good way to get over there, though.
You good at
We also
swimming?
have to get her to give up Zabilna.
I don't want to get wet.
I might have to go across it.
She has Zabilna.
No, it was something with all three witches, right?
Scratch goes poking around the tree.
Okay, well, so as you approach this tree, a very, very small, probably about maybe 2 to 3 inches in size, arrow flies out of one of the holes of the tree, and you hear, "Yay, yay," coming from the tree. More arrows come out and start pelting you.
Whoa!
I put up my umbrella.
The arrows pelt the umbrella, and they're going to. The voices coming from the tree are going to go.
You got him, Bitsy. Ah, yeah, I did, Dandy.
Hey, now, there ain't no reason for that.
They're little tiny. Let me see. Sprites poke out of the hollow cavities in the tree trunk, and they're going to just provoke you. They're going to say,
Your nose is stupid.
Hey, damn.
Flair.
Hey, Flair!
Yeah?
Looks like your family's here, too!
Really? I'm gonna say very, like, all of a sudden he's super excited.
these
Like,
things are even
Mom, Dad!
These things are even smaller than Flair, and they're going to go.
Oh, you're ugly and stupid. He's clearly a fairy and we're sprites.
No one's nice in this land.
You got a bad mouth.
Why don't you do something about it?
I will. I'll wash it out with soap.
Do it then.
You want some candy?
They're going to. The arrows are going to shoot at you, and they're going to say,
Red's an ugly color.
Can I just
So's
take
your
like,
attitude.
Can I just take my cat-like reflexes and just slap him, paw him?
So you'd have to get up to the tree, and
Okay.
they are in the cavities of it.
can't you climb a tree?
Yes, I can. Cat-like reflexes is gonna go over there.
Okay, and you want to climb up the tree to try to get into their little hollows?
Yeah, and grab my paw in there and just like grab him out, like a cat would do.
So it's going to, so as you sink your claws into this tree, immediately the roots start coming up out of the ground, and they're going to go,
Oh, we got them.
and they say,
Big Barkless is going to get you now.
and this tree, which is apparently some kind of tree blight, is going to try to smack you off of its body.
God.
Everything here is alive, huh?
Yeah.
So
Stumps, the trees.
it successfully pushes you off of it. And it kind of gets very upset and like bowls itself up at you. And the pixies are going to go,
You've done it now.
I'm gonna bring my hands up. I'm very sorry, Sir Tree, and I'm gonna bow to it.
roll a persuasion check.
14 plus persuasion, so 18.
It's very, very good. It's going to step forward. The clothesline becomes a little taut, but once it's calmed by him, it kind of like gets itself down into the mud again. And the pixies are going to go,
You're no fun.
Why are you being so mean to us? What did we do to you?
comes out from one of the holes. They just put the finger out at you.
Sprites always got hands.
Yeah, sprites are just horrid.
Mischievous.
Anyone have any
Bastards.
dust to put on them?
The pixie dust.
Oh, yes, please throw dust up here.
No, that would make them fly. That's gonna make things worse.
And then one of them is going to go,
Yeah, Timpeller. Let them throw dust up here. You're so smart. They're going to aggravate Big Barkless for sure.
Your mama's so short she has to hang glide on a Dorito.
they shoot more arrows out at you, and they kind of just like harmlessly pelt into your clothes.
Like little needles.
Why did you hit us?
It's going to say.
We don't want to hit nobody. We just trying to get across the water over to that house. I don't like these guys. They're not very fun.
Seems a
Well,
bit impossible.
nearby you do see a toadstool patch.
I'll go over there and check that out.
Okay, so approaching the toadstool patch, your heart suddenly feels cold, filling you with a sense of loneliness that borders on despair. A haunting, melancholy tune played on a flute reaches out to you from somewhere within a field of oversized toadstools.
My face paint changes to tears and a frown.
So shit. What's wrong? What's wrong, Scratch?
That's just the saddest song I've ever heard.
As you approach and begin to hear the music too, you are also, overtaken with this feeling.
Ugh. I want to crawl in a hole and not in a good way.
Can I tell where the music's coming from?
Yeah, you can follow the music if you'd like.
will follow
You follow it to its source, and you see a slender elf with pale blue skin and black hair sitting curled in the shadow of a gray, 6-foot-tall toadstool, playing a somber tune on a double flute.
That's a sad song you play, my friend.
He's going to stop playing when you approach, and he's going to say, "Yes, isn't it?" No, well, maybe he won't stop playing. Maybe he'll just start over from the beginning.
Why for the sides of your mouth go down and the upside? I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know what you were saying either.
What? Did you stutter?
I did.
I'm afraid I've lost my heart.
How'd you lose your heart?
Well, I tried to strike a deal with Bavlorna.
That's Bavlorna.
I asked her for some magic that would make me forget all my lost loves. When it came time to pay, Bavlorna wanted my still beating heart in return. When I refused, she took it by force, switching it out for the heart of a goat so that I would not die. Now I'm unable to feel anything.
We're just taking everything around here.
So I just sit here and play my music.
What if we got it back for you?
Well, could you?
Maybe.
We could try.
We got a lot of things we got to rack up.
We was about to go make a deal with her
Those keeps
ourselves.
getting longer.
That sounded like very good.
She's not trustworthy, sure.
No one's trustworthy around here.
Hey, you can't trust the rocks. You can't trust the trees.
Everything's alive, and there's water.
And then people die in combat, and then they're not really even dead.
Thank God.
So how does a goat heart make you sad?
I don't feel sad. I don't feel anything anymore.
Maybe that's a good thing around here.
You could be Vulcan.
Do you find yourself eating weird things like tin cans?
No.
This is a depressing island.
This is a real bummer.
Yeah, I don't like Bullywog world.
This isn't my world. I mean, yeah, a lot of them are
Bullywood.
like this, but the witch seems to be putting a major dampener on things. Bully chieftains are usually, as the name implies, a bully.
Bavlorna took something special from me and from him too, and we're gonna go get it.
You sound pretty worked up about it. I know what she did was wrong, but I just can't seem to get myself angry.
Well, that's the goat talking.
Perhaps.
Quick question for Trenton.
Yeah.
What does that Witchlight wine do?
I believe when you uncork it, it plays Calliope music.
Well,
And you get crunked up.
seems like a bad idea. I can't.
Pass it around, and we're about to cheer his health the fuck up.
I don't know if it'll help or not, but here, open that.
Oh, he started playing again.
It worked.
That was just my catnip.
He opens it, and the Calliope music, his face remains completely unchanged the entire time. He takes a sip of it, and he goes, "It tastes fine." And then he starts playing his music again.
Conflicting.
I grab it back
Happy
from him.
music. Battle of the moods.
Don't make it wasted.
I go, you know what? You look like you could use a cookie. And I give him a cookie, an Oreo of euphoria.
He eats it, but is completely unaffected by its euphoric effects.
He's magically
That was a waste of
saddened.
cookie.
He's not sad. He's not anything.
Magically numb, like the
Yeah.
kid from the festival.
Yep.
Something was taken
Something like
from
that.
him.
I'm still smelling my catnip. I'm super happy.
I don't think there's anything we can do for him short of getting him his heart back. And it's going to be a tall order because we got to get your brother his ability to read.
Right.
Have you heard about Zibnilba?
Zybilna!
You know Zybilna?
I'm gonna roll a history check for him. I haven't heard that name in a long time.
If we can help you, maybe you can help us find her.
Well, Zavilna is at the center of Prismir. You'd have to go deeper. There's only one person that I know of that knows how to get further into Prismir.
Who would that be?
The Scarecrow boy, Clapperclaw.
Son of a bitch, we said
Clappercraw.
crap. Didn't he lose his head?
He came from thither, I think. He told me about it once.
He lost his head somewhere.
Maybe Bavlorna took it.
It just seems like we need to go to Bavlorna's house.
It's time.
It's time.
I agree.
We're gonna leave.
Okay.
Farewell
Goodbye.
to you,
Would you
emo
like to keep
man.
the bottle?
Take it, leave it. I don't care.
Okay.
Let's take it with us. Don't waste that on him. Yeah.
I agree.
We'll see what we can do about your heart. I've fixed one broken heart.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Did we fixed up one Muty, the mime?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He did a good job on that one.
It was a group effort.
Yeah. He'd been sad for a long time.
He was the best clown I ever seen.
He wasn't no goddamn clown.
I know, he's just riling you up.
Excuse me. I'm
He was a
sorry.
flumping mime.
So, you can go ahead towards these huts off in the distance, or you can go back, or you can follow clotheslines, or you can swim to the cottage.
We're gonna follow the clotheslines.
I thought the
I was gonna
clotheslines all
take
go
my-
like.
Yeah, I'm a cat, and I can definitely go up on the clotheslines.
Clotheslines it is.
I was trying to hook my umbrella on it and like just scoot across.
So you're planning on going to Bavlorna?
Yeah.
You have
Right.
I don't
umbrellas
really
today.
see if there's anywhere gonna be go to.
I'm
So,
going to try to
which-
tight walk over it.
Which clothesline are you guys taking?
Well, the closest one was off that tree.
That living tree, yeah.
We've upset the
Um,
tree. Maybe we should think
I
about
It's
ways.
on
calmed
the
it
same
down.
island, like where the tree is, the little.
It's attached to the tree, yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
your only option here. You can go back and
Yeah.
you can take the one in the palace. You've been invited into the palace. You could take the one in the factory,
I'm.
the
I
like
can
burn
swim.
factory.
He doesn't want to get wet.
The factory is probably the best.
Or you could get on Jebik's boat and have her take you to it.
Oh yeah, we can see if we can catch up to.
Let's go to
Scarecrow, too.
let's go to Jevik and see that the little.
So you guys backtrack all the way through Downfall, and you end up back with Jebik. And Jebik is just now she's laughing at something the Scarecrow said. And she goes, "Oh, hey, you guys are back. I was just talking with this little Scarecrow."
Yeah. We came back here to talk to this little scarecrow. You want to go with us to Bavlorna's house and see if you lost your head there?
Oh, no, I'd never go to Bavlorna's house.
Why?
She's a hag.
Well, that's true.
That's rude. That's not.
I
I,
wouldn't
think
say
that's
that's
their
rude.
word.
Oh, never mind. It's not rude.
Nah, seems pretty accurate from everything we've heard.
You shouldn't go there unless you want to make a deal.
Got any tips if you're trying to take something back that she took from you?
I feel like I remember reading something. She has some kind of weakness.
Weakness is good.
We would like to know something that we could use against this witch because ain't nobody been helpful on his island at all.
We do have the book, though.
He can't remember at the moment, I'm sorry. But she has a servant in her kitchen. She's a red cap. I think she knows, and she hates Bavlorna more than anybody.
In Bavlorna's kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
If you want to go to her house, any of the lines throughout the village lead there.
If you want to go in undetected, be careful, because she has frogs to watch out.
Regular frogs or bullywogs?
Regular frog.
Can they be bought?
I don't know. I've never talked to them.
Ah, I'll do the talking. Flair.
But there's a trapdoor entrance at the bottom of the cottage. That's like the front door.
Why don't some of us go in through the front and then some of us sneak in the house and try and find the lost
So you're
items?
planning on splitting the party then? Jebek says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
you and
like
I
a good
can go
idea
through
to
the
me.
front door. And then you boys sneak in the back. You
Backdoor
and him.
bandits.
Sounds good to me.
See if you can't find your brother.
Okay, but deception breeds deception.
Yeah.
It's just a thought.
Where is Zybilna supposed to be? The center of
Prismere.
Prismere?
Mm-hmm.
That's the center of the country.
The center of this
I-
continent.
He's going to say, I don't know how to get to Zybilna. I used to be under the service of Granny Nightshade. She created me. She made me what I am.
Have we met Granny?
Some people know her as Scabatha Nightshade.
Yeah, we heard about Scabatha.
I was with the other children for a long time. But I got my way out of thither, and I came here. I know the way back from port, you see.
What do you mean, other children?
Creepy.
I think that's,
Scabatha has a lot of
babies.
servants. A lot of kids that she has do her bidding. I got tired of it, and I ran away.
Would you be able to make us a map if you didn't want to go back?
I could go back to thither. I just don't want to be in the presence of any of the hags.
That's fair.
But I could definitely take you there.
That would be wonderful.
Voice things voice. We have to go see this witch.
We have to take care of that.
We got to make her a deal that benefits us and not her. We got to be smart about it. And we're the 5 smartest people, right?
We gotta make her
What?
an offer she can't refuse.
I got a -1 to intelligence.
Jebek is going to say, certainly seem like a bright bunch to me.
Yeah. You don't have to lie.
I'm in this for a lost toy. He wants his hide. You can't write. She got herself
I can write
arrested.
perfectly fine. I don't know
And
what
then-
you're talking about.
And then he's, well,
He's fine.
yeah, he's special. Very, very special.
Did you tell us what you lost? Did we ask?
He said that he was going to find
Sorry, I had full mouth.
Zybilna.
Zybilna in
And
the
I was just
center
all like,
of.
you know Zybilna?
So I'm
Yeah.
That's my friend!
I'm going on this adventure, so you can go on my adventure, which is your adventure. That makes sense.
If you want to get to the center of
Please
Prithia,
explain your intricate backstory and history to me right now.
Clapperclaw was saying, if you want to get to the center of Prithia, you have to go through the other parts of it first. You have to go through hither, then through thither, through yon, and then you can get to the center. But I only know the way from hither to thither. Don't know how to get to yon.
We'll do as we have done. We'll find a way out of no way.
I guess I'll just stumble along, singing my song, side by side.
This kind of reminds me of a joke. 2 dragons were eating a clown, and one of them turns to the other and says, "Does this taste funny to you?" Thank you.
I will put that one in my repertoire. I'll credit you, of course.
Credit to Clapperclaw the Great.
Just Clapperclaw the Scarecrow would be fine.
Oh,
Well, we got a witch to well, negotiate with. Which to trick sounded better, but.
Or we could dispatch her.
Whoa.
I would like that very much.
You've been very.
Do you think you could?
No. Let's just start. Don't listen.
Clapper
don't,
Claus
No,
starts
he's
clapping his little claws.
Don't fall for the hype. Okay, listen. You've been very aggressive. You told me that the green bully frogs didn't like the red, but you have been more aggressive to the green ones since we've been here.
Bavlorna's no friend to the Bullywogs either.
You're not helping.
Sorry.
Isn't she also part of the reasons Ibilna's gone missing?
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
So I'm fine with getting rid of her as well.
Oh God.
If we can solve this, I would prefer to solve this peacefully. But if it can help me get my friend back.
We don't need to be a bunch of murder bobos.
We've killed one thing so far. I don't think we're the last to fight us. We're murder
Bobo I
bobos.
see here is right here.
We killed coals of fire. I mean, come on, that happens all the time. I'm just saying, we don't want to become that which we fear, right?
Well, they can't stay in power. They're obviously abusing everybody.
I mean,
He's right.
He's going to shake his head around,
I mean,
and you
he
hear
was a boy.
something clattering around inside his gourd.
I don't understand.
What's clattering around inside that gourd of yours anyway?
I was just about to say.
It's not a very good replacement, I'm afraid. It's got like coins or something in it. My other head was much better. I'm sorry.
Maybe there's a clue inside your current head to say where your old one is.
He's going to... Hold on, I don't have his mini out, sorry. He's going to pop it off
That's so cool!
and toss it
it's
to you.
lost forever.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's going to say,
You could check it.
you shake it up, and it
Like a
just
piggy
sounds
bank.
like there's something
If that fucking little tiny
rolling
mini
around
opens
in
up
it.
too, this is a Russian
There's
doll.
something opens up and falls out. Investigate those. It actually just broke that way. No, I'm just kidding. It's designed to do that.
What do I see in
you
there?
see?
You don't see anything in there. It's sealed, but there's just something rattling around in it. And he goes,
Can I have my head back now, please?
Why, certainly. Say, do you know why scarecrows never eat anything?
Why that?
Because they're already stuffed.
Oh, that's a very good one, actually.
This is your father's D&D.